Alright, everybody. Miss Cindy in the house. Today we're going to be doing tarot reading. I have not done tarot reading for all signs for each month, probably for a few months now. So that's going to be something I'm going to commit to from now on, to make it monthly for you all. And thank you and shout out to Jade for the wonderful idea of me suggesting for me to offer mini tarot readings on my stream during all times of my streams, which will now be available from this point on and any future streams I will be doing. So anytime there is a request from you guys, all you have to do is send a donation along with your question. You can get a free reading directly right on the spot from me. And yeah, if you want to know more details about that, it will be put in the profile below. And I have made like a mini little pricings list, like $2 for one question, $3 for two questions, $5 for like, I forget what I wrote. $5 for like 3 questions there. So it's like 1, 2, 3. And then if you decide to be generous enough to donate more than $10, you will definitely receive a 10-minute personal reading from me. You can choose it to be received in either the form of audio, like I record it like voice as I'm reading, and I'll send you the voice record, or text, like I'll type it to you, so you could like read it back or listen to it. I think the reason why I'm doing that is better than video is because I think video files are pretty big. So yeah, so let's do that. I'm deciding that today I probably want to use the Book of Shadows tarot deck to do the reading, aside from my regular revised version of it, the traditional tarot weight deck. I'm gonna go in order with the signs I see. So the first sign, we're gonna be doing a monthly reading. I'm gonna do reading for the month of April and May. So clean out the card with sage. Shuffling. Aries, Spirit Guides, Universe. What are the messages you would like for Aries to know for the month of April? That was instant, so let's just go with that. Immediately, I feel it's about career. So by the way, for anyone who is requesting for mini tarot readings on the side, I will, once I finish with my readings for that sign, I will do the mini readings for you guys in between. And then before proceeding to the next sign. Again, I think that'd be a good way to conduct this reading session. So what are the romance advice or romance information you have for Aries for the month of April and May? Okay. Anything else? Ooh, okay. So let's talk about careers, shall we, for Aries? So for Aries, for month of April and May, I feel like you guys are focusing a lot about career choices in particular. As you can see, this person here is thinking about all the different types of things they can be. You have a lot going for you right now. You have a lot of opportunities and you are surrounded by a lot of support. You have your family backing you. I feel like you might even have, well, like this card indicates, you have a fiance. You have your future lined up. But you're thinking about the past a lot before you close the chapter, before moving on. There's like a sense of hesitation. Maybe there's a kind of closure you're looking for before you proceed forward into your next adventure in life. I feel like you are very grateful for what you already have in life. And you could not ask for more. But this person you have connected in the past, or this incident that has connected with you in the past, is on your mind constantly, and you think about it from time to time when you're at work, or when you're doing work, or sometimes you even catch yourself snooping and seeing what they're up to, so to speak. I think there may be some regrets. Maybe there's a need for you to apologize. Because it calls for you, in order for you to have success in your career and proceed forward, because I feel like you already know what you want. In order for you to go forward with clarity and no distractions, you need to close the chapter in your life and literally release your past. Let's go find more insight. I feel like I want to use another card. So let's shed more insight into this career thing. Okay. So it's pretty much talking about how you've been putting in a lot of effort into your career. It's more so figuring out how you can expand your career. And you're taking a lot of time to reflect. You might even be slightly burnt out from working so much. And also doesn't help that your mind and your energy is spread thin because you're thinking about things like your past. Maybe a part of you is afraid that you would repeat the past in your current relationship. So advice for you is to practice more gratitude. See what it is that you currently have right now and how you can build forward with what you have, instead of thinking about the possibilities. See, this picture is like a girl in barren land and it's freezing and she's cold, but she's literally in a hot spring, also having a beautiful fire and making herself a nice hot cup of cocoa and pouring more hot water into the spring to sustain the warmth. So it's not about focusing on the lack of what you have, but the abundance of what you do have. So I literally, pun intended, it's seeing the glass half full instead of half empty. See how far you've come and what you have despite everything that may have not worked out as you would have liked to in the past. It's brought you to where you are now. It's kind of like the seasons of the soul. That's the message I'm getting. And I think it really... Oh my god, the song is so funny. It must have been love, but it's over now. So, yeah, I think it's to honor that this happened in your life and you had the wonderful opportunity to meet this individual that may or may have not been the catalyst for you to grow as a person and project you to where you are now. For some of you, it might even lead for a reunion, hence the Six of Cups. Maybe because of what happened in the past, you have to let go of this energy to move forward. Even with the person that you're thinking about in the past, you have to let go of the past energies to move forward to create new energies. If you're holding on to the past and you want to reconcile with that person from the past, history is only going to repeat itself if you hold on to the energy of what used to be instead of being open to the possibilities of what currently is and where it can possibly go from here on out. Damn, that's really insightful. Good advice for anyone, really, I think. This card is about you and the fact that you have the ability to direct your life wherever you wish it to be. You are literally the master and creator of your life. And if you continue holding on to the past, you will create nothing but the past in new ways over and over again. So yes, some of you already have a future with someone and you're trying to find resolve about your past. And regardless, for those who are trying to reconcile with someone in the past or someone who's trying to let go of someone in the past to move forward, it doesn't matter. Both aspects and both situations will need for you to let go, because you can't move on to what can be and what is if you're constantly holding to what once was. Okay, that's a very big lesson in itself. When you do that for both situations, the moment you decide to let go and to your current situation now, you will have your wish come true, regardless if that means being able to move forward successfully with the person that you're wishing to, or moving successfully in your future with this person you already are engaged with. A wedding. So wedding, let me clarify this wedding. Wedding could literally mean a wedding. And sometimes wedding could mean making progression in a positive manner, like leveling up in an aspect of your life. And in this aspect, it's focusing on relationships. I even see in this card here, I know earlier it was about snooping or looking at the other person on social media, but I also have a vibe like you're settled down. I don't want to say settled down because not everyone wants to settle down. Maybe people want to be nomads, right? But like this is a father figure who have their life set, and they're watching their kids, even though these are gnomes and dwarves, but they're watching their kids have a good life that they could provide because they were able to focus their energy and create the life that they ideally want to have. Okay, let's find clarity for wedding. Okay, this picture came out and literally the quote that comes out is like, the sun comes out after the storm. Like after the rain, the sun will come out shining. And at the time, it might feel really tumultuous because it's raining and storming, you can't see blue skies, and the ground is flooded with water and soil, and there's nothing growing, right? Everything just seems so miserable. But the lesson of what we could take from this is there's always a silver lining after everything that seems really hard. And all the rain that has fallen down, all the tears you've will literally be the fuel of what helps. You know, like here example, like there could be seeds that we don't see here, but after all that rain, it is going to be what helps nourish the seed to bud and to grow and ultimately turn into a tree or flowers or crops and food for you to eat, right? So like the seasons of our emotions and our souls, we need to have for every up a down and for every down an up. And so that's the cycle. And right now it feels really hard, but it's actually really beneficial for your personal growth and how you can carry forward in life. So it's not in vain, for nothing. At day's end, rest. Oh my god, this has to do with the burnout I was talking about that you guys are feeling. You guys are not fully allowing yourselves to rest. So the message here is, I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. Let's read that for you guys, shall we? Shall we? Okay. The card This card is a reminder that rest is as necessary a part of life as work is. Your mind and body need time off from the hectic pace of life. Whether you take an hour off during the day to recharge your batteries or a day or a week off from work, you need to do this. By running on empty, you are unable to put 100% effort into your work and life. Eventually, your body will manifest symptoms of dis-ease to force you to take a break. Do not let it get to this stage. Recognize and respect your body's signs of overwork and fatigue. Time off in nature is extremely beneficial to recharge and re-energize your body and mind. Create a tranquil sitting area under a tree in your garden and spend a peaceful hour sitting grounded to Mother Earth watch each evening, instead of sitting in front of the TV or computer. When you take a break from work or situations, you are able to view them from a different perspective. It is only when you step away from your life that you can truly see your own accomplishments. So it's a lot about stepping back to see the bigger picture, and when you're too caught up in your own head, you're not able to do that. Alright, Aries, I hope that provided you some good tips and advice for the month of April and May. Let's move on to the next sign. The next sign is going to be Taurus. I'm going to shuffle probably. Taurus. Okay, look at this. Choices card again, even though I shuffled it. Something to do with education in school. Taurus for the month of April and May. So pretty heavy energies for the month of April, May for you guys. But it's not in vain, don't worry. One more card. Alright. So let's get real here, Taurus. I feel like I need to have some tough love for you guys. I feel like you guys gotta sit down and get real with yourselves for the next 2 months. There could be some things about yourselves that you are in denial about that maybe requires some working on, like you need to work on some things about yourself, or there's some things about yourselves that you need to come to realizations or acknowledge about yourselves, okay, in order to be able to grow and move forward in life. And as long as you choose to stay ignorant to the truth of an aspect of yourself that you need to work on or to let go of, you're not going to be able to move forward in a successful way. So before we talk more about that, I want to ask about love for Taurus for the month of April and May. What is the love forecast for Taurus? Signs of Taurus. Okay. For April and May. Ties in with what I just talked about. Alright. So even for relationships, we got the deception card and pay attention to red flags. Alright, Taurus, let's get real with each other, okay? I'm going to pull the Conscious Spirit deck after everything as an overall advice for you guys. Okay, where to begin? Some of you guys applied for like the word scholarship comes to mind, or a job, or a college, or a university, or some really special prestige school, and didn't get accepted, and you were so devastated by it. Look how down you are about it. And before that, you had you felt like the whole world was your oyster. Like you had so many things you could do, and you feel like once you got this opportunity, so many things could happen. And when it didn't turn out, you were so bummed out about it. And it almost like literally felt like it shook up your whole world. And you were really mad, and you feel very like there's a heavy sense of self-victimization here. Okay? But what you really need to be doing, Spirit says, is that you need to pick up your pieces. You see these broken teacups and whatever is that fell down when you were raging? You need to pick up your pieces and make yourself all over again. Recreate yourself again. You are the creator. You have the ability to envision who it is you want to become and move forward with that. And if you feel there are things that you don't have, do whatever it takes to have the means to get the ingredients to make yourself, you know? So it all starts off with focusing and reflecting and looking deep within yourself, the traits that you know are good and the things you know about yourself that are great, and building on those. And don't get too hung up about things, opportunities that pass you by, but you do need to take your hands off of your face and look at the truth of how things are instead of being hung up on this admission, this scholarship, or this job, this paper you're like submitting in that didn't get accepted. You need to let go of that. You need to take your eyes off, don't block your vision anymore and see the truth of what it is so you can move forward. You have a lot of great resources and friends and support around you that can help you. In fact, I feel and sense that even a good amount has already offered some connections and opportunities to you your way, that at the moment and time being that you're too stubborn or you're too distraught to acknowledge that these could be possible paths that you could take that will still ultimately lead to this ideal career that you're aspiring for, or job, or opportunity, okay? And in order to get there, you have to put in the work. I sense a bit of laziness, and I'm not saying lazy as in like you're good for nothing. I meant like there's some things like hurdles and reasons that we know ultimately in the end are not serving us and not bringing anything to the table except literally just straight up excuses. And the reason why how you know they're excuses is if it's not propelling you and progressing you forward in life. Okay? So that's how you know it's excuse. When a reason comes to you for why something isn't happening, is that reason helping you move forward? And if it's not helping you move forward, it's an excuse, not a solution, right? You got to be able to realize that and let go and make major changes within yourself and in your heart and mind, and be honest with yourself and put in the work that you know that you have to do deep down inside to get to where you need to be. So when it comes to love and relationship, this also ties in too, because deception, it could be the person you're with is deceiving you and you're putting up with it because perhaps you're afraid to see the truth of who they really are and that they are not able to fulfill you and give you what it is you're looking for in a relationship. That, or you yourself are deceiving yourself, which in return is causing for you to deceive the other person that you're in a relationship with, because you can't be honest with yourself and so therefore you cannot be honest with them. And when you do that, you're not cultivating a healthy relationship. You're not bringing honesty to the table, and you're not progressing in the relationship together in a way that blossoms the relationship, but rather it's smothering it. Hence pay attention to the red flags is also showing up. So there could be things that you guys are both doing, or behaviors you both are enabling each other, or thinking it's okay and accepting from one another, that's literally causing literally unhealthy things like toxicity in relationships, and toxicity to continue to be cultivated and growing within each other as individuals, which ultimately does nothing but contribute to more toxicity in a relationship that you both are sharing. Okay, what is the advice? Aside from all the other advice I already had given for oh my god, again, the same card. I swear I shuffled. So you two are also burnt out. Spirit's saying for both you and Aries, Taurus and Aries, you both need to rest at the end of the day. Like, you're just going in your head over and over again about how things could have been, should have been, woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know, and that's not good. You need to relax and be at peace with yourself so that you can collect yourself and move forward and be like, all right, what is it here that I need to work on? Are there things that are needing to be fixed and addressed that I'm not willing to look at, that I need to look at? Are there things I'm holding on to that are not serving me any longer that I need to let go of so I can progress forward? So it will allow me to free up my hands and my eyes and my mind to be able to reflect and see what it is I have, what else I have in front of me in my life, and how I can make the most of it, as well as tap into the resources I have. Tap into the resources I have to move forward and put in the work to get to where it is I want in life. Okay? And then when it comes to relationships, do I want to decide to be honest to myself so I can be honest with the other person and see if we're both going for the same things? Or do I need to be honest with myself and let this person go because they are not delivering what it is I'm looking for in a relationship, and I need to pay attention to the red flags and address them, okay? And to allow myself to rest and relax and recuperate myself, okay? So I hope that was really helpful for Taurus peoples. Let's move on to the next sign. Next sign is Gemini. Oh, those were heavy energies for the two signs. Okay. Messages for Geminis for month of April and May. Geminis. Express your love. Attraction. Okay. All right. So I feel like for this month of April, May, for Geminis, you guys have been doing a lot of reflecting and work on yourselves, which is really good, and reflecting and seeing the things you can improve on, things that you wish to improve on, the direction in life you wish to take, the goals you've set for yourself or you wish to obtain, and being careful not to burn yourself out and spread yourself too thin. And being creative with the resources you have in order to obtain this. You want a really fruitful outcome. 10 of Cups. You want to be very emotionally fulfilled, which is wonderful. but there's a hurdle in front of you, and you're trying to figure out how to overcome that. Maybe you feel like there's some aspects of your life that cannot be fulfilled because there's conflict in it, and it takes two parties involved, both parties involved, to make it work. Regardless though, the good news is whatever it is that's not working out for you, it too shall pass. That's where the Wheel of Fortune comes in. There's always going to be a time of change, and when things don't seem to be working out, or there isn't a form of understanding between both parties, regardless, it will resolve itself in due time. Wow, this song. Anyways, for Geminis, there isn't too much of issues I need to address. You guys pretty much have it good. Like, you guys have it down pat, it seems, and it's just to be a little bit more open to the possibilities of expressing your love. Like, don't be so guarded. And when you let down your guard, you can't help but be attractive, right? You're open to receiving. So it's allowing that flow to take place. And it's good that you've been reflecting, but to also allow for things to fall into place as it should be. Hence, if your relationships with people around you it's very conflicting right now, sometimes people need their time to work on resolving whatever is that's bothering them, and it's not really anything to do with you. And sometimes the only way that can be resolved is through time, their own time, and their own self-reflecting, and their own realizations about things. But they'll come around. Like, these same 4 people are also on this wheel. They're going through the motion. They're going through things of figuring out what they need to do, and they will come around, and you will ultimately achieve this. So just be patient. You're on the right path. Okay. Ooh, look at this fiery card. Fire Elemental. I think I feel like you just need a little bit more encouragement to push forward. So I'm going to find a way to show this card there. Fire Elemental. I ignite the fire within me that connects to the divine. So to keep staying motivated and don't give up and continue staying inspired. Let me read what this message says for you. The element of fire is an extremely powerful force and must be handled with caution. It is associated with will, passion, and change. Fire represents the divine spark that resides in all of us. This card is asking you to find the fuel that ignites the spark. Finding your bliss will assist you in connecting to the divine. The energy of fire will stimulate your passion and determination, which will help you through the changes in your life. This card could be telling you to flow more easily through the changes in life. Oh my god, I was literally just talking to you about flowing, allowing things to flow to you. Okay. This card could be telling you to flow more easily through the changes in life. You need to reignite your passions. Oh my god, I also said that too. I swear to you, I've never read this card before, like, so I'm just... Move your life in the direction where your passions lie. Make choices based on what makes you happy, not what others want or expect. I think this comes down to being self-reflecting, figure out what you want and the goals you want for your life, and not to burn yourself out, to prioritize yourself, right? So that's good. Make choices based on what makes you happy, not whether... Okay. Candles and flames are associated with this element. Salamanders are symbolic of their energy, and they help in releasing old patterns to make way for the new. So there's a lot of, even for your readings, Gemini, it's all about letting go of the old to allow the new. So I think that is honestly the theme for the next 2 months for all signs. Letting go of the old, out with the old, in with the new. Energy-wise, mentality-wise, emotion-wise, approach everything. It's like spring cleaning. That was a really nice, refreshing read for Geminis. Alright. month of April and May, what are the messages for Cancer signs? What is it that they need to know that would help them progress in their life in the highest vibration possible? Ooh, what's that? Alright.
With RBC, you can pre-qualify for a mortgage in 60 seconds. That's a minute to get a personalized estimate of how much home you could afford. And I actually mean a minute. Not like when someone comes by your desk and is like,
I feel like this is very
we check for a minute,"
relationship
and then
oriented
there
for you
are,
guys.
several minutes later.
Wait, your bank can do that?
Kickstart your mortgage with RBC and pre-qualify in 60 seconds. Plus, for a limited time, get up
You
to
guys are
$1,750
entertaining the
with your eligible resident.
possibility of entering into a commitment with someone. And some of you guys are a little bit afraid, and that is completely understandable. But I think this is what you guys really want. Okay, let's pull some relationship cards for further insight. Some of you guys are even thinking about commitment in the sense of buying a house and like committing to that house, you know, like a very big choice and decision in life that you're wanting and thinking of moving toward. Cancers. Ooh, worth waiting for. Okay, this wants to flip out attraction. Alright, so you guys are on to a really exciting sort of direction in life. And you have a lot of expectations and hopes and desires, which is wonderful. And you're figuring out a way how to go about it. So for some of you guys, it's about planning out a family together, committing to somebody, and you're wondering if you are able to handle the ups and downs of a relationship when there needs to be healthy boundaries set so you don't continue hurting each other. See this person holding a fire and the other person's holding them back. Not holding a fire, but holding them back from touching the fire because they could hurt themselves. Sometimes when we're in pain, we can hurt other people. And when we hurt other people, we also hurt ourselves because obviously we care about these people in our lives. And then times for resolving things and taking accountability for our actions and moving forward together. You're thinking a lot about whether or not you're ready for that and ready to put in the work and effort of what it takes to build a healthy relationship and ultimately find that balance that this person is also your friend above all else. Worth waiting for, I feel like this is about like we want it and you're excited and you want to jump right in and you want to make it happen all right away, but you have to also realize it takes time to cultivate these sort of relationships and to build a strong foundations of what it takes to have such a successful relationship. And for some of you, you may be single right now and you have so much love to offer, hence the cup of love. And you want someone to jump into right away with developing this, but it's also telling you that Spirit's also telling you that it's worth waiting for the right person to do it with. You can't just grab anyone in your nearby vicinity and try to develop a lasting, engaging relationship. Not everyone has the capability, or not everyone is in the right stage in their life where they want that, or are able to commit to that, or is able to meet up to that standard and expectation to have what it takes to build that. So to be patient about it and to let things flow to you. And if you already are in a relationship, to be patient about it and to allow it to continue unfolding the way any normal relationship with anybody, like romantic or not, to fall into place naturally. Once again, the attraction card popped up. And I think this has to do with being open to receiving and open to the possibilities of all this. Try to go in with fresh eyes, and I know that's easier said than done. A lot of us hold on to our past resentments and hurt. I know I do on a personal level, and that's something that we have to practice. Is you attract what it is that you are. So if you're looking for this beautiful, growing, organic love, you have to be that yourself. You have to be the person. You have to put yourself in a position and in the mindset of someone who's able to cultivate, and someone who has the right atmosphere, the right climate. You know, it sounds like a plant. You have to have the right soil, the right conditions to be able to have this connection you're looking for. So you have to be that connection yourself. All right, Cancers. I'm just gonna do a advice message for you guys. What is the advice for Cancers for the month of April and May? Gratitude. Okay, do you see it? Gratitude. I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. So this is like good or bad to see how far you've come and the things people and places have brought you to into this point in your life, and to work with that. Let's read it. Every day, every situation and person brings with them a unique experience, a unique gift. This card is asking you to stop focusing on what you perceive you lack in your life and focus on what you do have. Your life is filled with blessings and abundance in many forms. Give thanks for all of life's gifts, the small and the big, the positive and negative. At the start of each day, give thanks for the gifts the new day will bring. By giving thanks in advance, you can learn to acknowledge and receive each gift unconditionally as it appears. If you feel you do not have anything to be grateful for because of emotional, mental, or physical suffering, this card is asking you to stop focusing on the negatives, for this brings only more of the same. Oh my god, that's exactly what I just said to you guys. Okay. Only when you acknowledge and give thanks for the blessings you do have will you be able to heal and move forward. Being alive is one of life's greatest gifts. Begin by showing gratitude for life. Ooh, that's deep. Even I can benefit from that. The next sign is Leos. I am also a Leo too, so I'm excited for this reading. What are the messages for Leo for the month in May? Oh, what's this? I'm excited. Leos. April and May. Messages for Leo for April and May. Okay. Whoa! Your card came out. The Sun card. That is the Leo card. That and the Strength card, but what else? I feel compelled to say whatever it is you have in your mind, the answer is yes. Because usually that's what the Sun card signifies. Any other messages for Leos for the month of April and May? Okay. It's a lot of cards. Oh no. Let's go like this. Okay. Messages for... Okay, so if you're wondering why I have so many cards and sometimes the card numbers vary, I just shuffle and intuitively allow to shuffle until I feel called to stop. And it's not about the amount of cards that are pulled out, but rather the messages that are required. So if it takes X amount of cards to get that message out, that's what it takes. Okay. So for love, for Leos. What is the message for love for Leos? Love for Leos for the month of April and May. Honey mode. A lot of cards blew up. I'm just gonna shuffle, put it back in and shuffle one more card. Okay, romantic feelings. I think Leo is in the mood for romance. Alright. So, I feel like something that you guys have wished for and desired for is going to come to fruition soon. Whatever that may be. Something that you've had held deep down inside that you've always wanted. It's gonna make its way to you. So that's amazing. And if things don't seem to be looking up right now, things will change, circumstances will change, and what goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. I feel like us Leos, we can get really hung up on things, right? We care about a lot of things. It leads us to literally just get stuck in our own minds, thinking about things in a vicious cycle that goes nowhere. So we're literally marinating in our bath water. So this could be us, and we're thinking about all these things, when what we really should be doing is practicing our law of attraction and replacing that with allowing, letting our minds be at peace, enjoying for where we are, and leaning on our friends for support and insight and encouragement, and even to have fun with. I also feel like the month of April and May is a time for Leos to realize their own worth. Like the fact that it's like the Sun card right beside the Four of Pentacles, I feel like it calls for a time of reflection to see the greatness in you, to shed light into the possibilities of all that you are and all the things that you know yourself to be, and to celebrate that and to own up to that. And it's like stepping into the skin that you rightfully deserve to be wearing. And sometimes when you do that, I chose to have these as like clarification cards. Sometimes when you do that, it shakes up your whole world, and it may feel bad, it may feel surprising. Maybe people don't react the way you would hope they would, that maybe they're not as supportive as you thought they would be. But that's because you're finding your truth. And this card is about your own personal fulfillment. Ten of Cups. Cups is about emotions and water. And you're finding that. And sometimes it shakes people up, but it's not about them in the end. It's about you. It's what you need to yourself, right? And you need to move forward knowing that that saying, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. These people who are your true ride or dies, they will come with you. Oh my god, I Want to Break Free song is playing. Isn't that so fitting? So, you move forward with the knowledge. This is a Hierophant. It's about personal reflecting and seeking wisdom and discovering wisdom and your own personal truth that your heart reveals to yourself once you're able to be honest with yourself. And you move forward with that truth. And things will resolve itself. People who cut ties with you through hissy fits because they were upset with you following your own truth, they will come around. And those who wish to celebrate your happiness with you will stick with you, and you will know who your true friends are, and you will know the people who are really able to accept you for who you are. So in terms of love, again, honeymoon and romantic feelings. I feel like I know this is about love, but I feel like this kind of love is more so about self-love. And I feel like it's a lot about taking yourself on a honeymoon. And when you start loving yourself and you start celebrating yourself and you start treating yourself and do things that you would do for a lover for yourself, you consequently start attracting someone like that too, who can also appreciate and adore you the way you adore yourself, if that makes sense. So it's like that saying that you set an example of how you want to be treated by how you treat yourself. So I think this really goes hand in hand here for that, Leos. Alright. Leo's April May advice. Frost Frolic Maiden. Okay. I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. It's literally celebrate yourself and allow yourself to break free. Oh my god, the buns. The buns! Okay. Number 38. I'll put this here for you guys to see. Too often, everyday burdens and chores pull us down and prevent us from enjoying our lives. This card is a reminder to you to release the burdens of life and make time for fun, laughter, and play. Take yourself back to when you were a child and took joy in the simple things in life. A time when you had no cares in the world and would dance in the rain, climb a tree, or take your first exciting steps into the ocean. Your inner child never leaves you. She resides deep within you, yearning for the occasional release, for some freedom from the mundane, from responsibilities, or simply need a lift to your spirits. Call upon your inner child. Allow him or her to flow out through your heart, sharing with you memories and experiences of joy and freedom of play. Let go and play. Have fun with that beautiful child. Revel in the pure bliss and innocence of her childlike merriment. Yeah. It's literally about celebrating yourself and being happy with yourself and taking yourself on a joyride. Alright, Leo. I hope that was really helpful for you both. For all you guys, I meant for all you Leos out there. Let's move on to the next sign. Okay, Virgo. What are the messages for Virgo from all of April and May? Virgo. April and May. That's a lot of changes for all you guys. Look at this transformation. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. April, May. Virgos. You guys have some ideas you want to work on. Some ideas sparked. Ooh. Ooh, there's a love too. Alright, Virgo. Okay, I think that's... Alright, some of you are mothers. I know that for sure. Some of you have become mothers, and your relationship is unfolding very well. Some of you guys are ready to become mothers, or have decided within yourself that you want to be mothers. And you're looking for a strong man to do that with. Okay. Alright, I think I'm good. Now for romance. Calling in your soulmate. Anything else? Oh, one more. Oh, two more. It's safe for you to love and reconciliation, because I want you to know. Okay. There's a lot of cards for you guys. For some of you guys, you have met the love of your life, and this love of your life inspired you to see the whole world differently, your whole life differently, even yourself differently. Hence the Wheel of Fortune and transformation. It has caused you to see the whole in a whole new world, and everything around you is blossoming and beautiful. But of course, with happiness sometimes comes jealousy from other people, and you're careful not to let anyone dampen your spirits or rain on your parade, so to speak, for that. How you can best do that and differentiate between people who are truly able to be happy for you and those who are not able to is to find balance and peace within your own mind. I feel compelled to tell you guys to meditate, and when you meditate, you allow things to flow, and the anger and resentment or frustration settles. When it settles, you can think clearly, and you can see those around you who are supportive of you and those around you who are really just kind of there to like have some sort of unhealthy comparison of themselves to you, and even to try to instigate arguments with you for whatever. And for that, you have to learn to let go of them. This guy looks like the Reaper, but it's literally in preparation for the next season ahead, when things are coming to an end. Winter is coming, everything is dying, and you have to gather all the things you need in order to survive for the next coming months before summer comes again. So the same thing is almost like, it's like that saying how when everyone is the same, you can't really tell, you can't really pick out who's the snake in the grass. But when it pops its head up, you can see it and you can cut it off, right? But in this case, it's not always that easy. So sometimes you just have to set the whole entire field on fire and you just have to smoke them out. Like, even if that could potentially, maybe even potentially cause some estrangement from your connections and your friends, maybe cause for some of your close connections to be estranged. I don't think it would stay like that for long, because I think they know you, and those who know you would understand why you're doing it. But it's kind of like putting them on Judgment Day and yeah, you're just detoxing everything to see who the snake is. And then once that happens, things will regrow again, and the people who are meant for you will stay by you. For others of you, this has to do with someone that was once in your life. They served as a catalyst when they left you, like the love that you had with them served as a catalyst to learn about yourself and to develop and grow yourself into a better human being. Thus the change and transformation card. And you start blossoming as a fuller individual. And as a result, it's attracting this person back into your life because they can see it. Maybe on an energetic level, they can sense it and they feel it and they're somehow thinking about you again. Oh my god. The song called See You Again just played. So, like it makes them think about you and they want to see you again and see how you've been. And naturally, of course, you'd be a little bit cautious. It's a mermaid hiding from a big shark in the water. See? But you have to realize sometimes it's okay to feel afraid, and if it feels too afraid to go in the deep waters, you can always swim in the shallow waters and be where you can see everything and take time. It'll take time for things to develop again organically. So while you're doing this, for both circumstances of those who already are married or have children and have family and have the love of their life, and those who are single and are working on themselves, both of you guys are calling in your soulmate. So if you already have someone, you're bringing them closer into your life. And those of you who are not with someone, I feel like even if you're with someone, the person you're really meant to be with is finding their way into your life as you are drawing closer to who you really are meant to be. So I feel like in general too, the closer we are to the truth of who we are is when we are closer to the person we're meant to be with as well, because we're resonating, like our vibes are connecting on the same page as the person who is truly meant for us, so to speak. You're getting on the same page as the person that you're supposed to be with, if that makes sense. And you have to realize no matter what, it is safe for you to love. Despite all the things you've gone through and the people who betrayed you, love conquers all. And without love, it makes you really question, like, what is the point of a lot of things, right? You do things because you love doing it. You do it because it makes you feel alive. You do it because it inspires you to feel alive. And all love, whether or not it is towards another person or it's about something that makes you feel love when you're doing it. So yes, reconciliation could be with the connections you've burned, and then they come back to reconcile with you. For those of you who already have the love of your life, and for those of you who may have parted with someone that was supposed to be for you, but just wasn't the right timing, you guys will come into reconciliation again. Okay? Let me find some cards for you for Virgo for the month of April and May. What is the advice? Oh, 2 cards came out. Okay, Virgos. So, also rest. This card keeps coming up. I think it's safe to say this is the theme of the next 2 months. It's just rest and don't burn yourself out. Okay? The next card is Archangel Gabriel. For anytime I get this card, I'm not repeating again. I'm just gonna timestamp back to the same card for those of you who got this card and you have to watch it. You can click on it again, and that will be available on YouTube. Okay, I'll share it for you guys on my channel. And if you're wondering where my channel is, you can find my channel below in my profile information. You can click on the YouTube icon, and it'll bring you to my channel. You can subscribe and follow me there. Okay. So it says, I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. I think it's to talk about not to lose hope on your situation. Don't lose hope on your friends. Know that those people who are meant to be in your life will stay in your life. And also don't lose hope on your love life. The person who's meant to be there for you, will come back to you. They'll find a way. This card is a reminder to you that you can call upon the angels to assist in your life, you in your life. irrespective of what your beliefs are. Archangel Gabriel can be called upon to show you ways to bring hope into your life when feelings of hopelessness set in. Gabriel can also be called to assist you to develop your natural feminine intuition. She will help you develop appreciation and skills for art, music, and literature. If you are an artist or writer, invite her into your life to help you find inspiration or motivation. This card could also be a sign that you need to take up art or writing as a hobby. Gabriel can also assist you in interpreting your dreams. She will remain by your side, supporting your dreams and aspirations as long as you request her help. Her name means God is my strength. Invite Gabriel into your life when you need strength to follow your dreams. Wow, that's amazing. What are messages for Libras for April and May? Libra. A lot of changes for all you guys. The Wheel of Fortune is everywhere. So that's good. I'm glad you guys are all going through changes like that. April, May. Okay. Letting go of a past. Libras. You guys have something really good in store for you guys that you can't see right now, Libra. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's enough cards. Hold on. Alright, let's do love. Oh. Past life relationship. What else? Let go of control issues. Alright, I do feel like that is tied into what I'm seeing here. Alright, let me reflect on the message for you guys. I feel like a lot of you guys are really working hard towards being the best versions of yourself, and I have to say kudos for you guys who are doing that. It takes so much self-discipline to focus on yourself in a world that is so complicated and stressful and filled with distractions of anything you could possibly imagine. Distraction from doing what needs to be done, distractions as in drama, distractions as in connections that you may have that are contributing or not contributing and may possibly be taking away from your energy in life and what you need to get done. So the fact that you guys have a tunnel vision on being able to stay focused on your life is amazing. But there's a part of you inside that is still really hung up on a relationship that didn't work out. Right here. So you think about this person a lot. But what you really need to be doing is this. And it's not to say that you have to let them go, but you have to let the energy go. You have to let how things used to be go. And be open to the possibilities of how things can be now. This is a major theme for a lot of you guys, and I think I'm coming to realize from all these readings that we can all stand to let go of our past in an energetic way and to realize that when things seem to be really good in the past, it doesn't mean it can't be good again. And to realize things that were good in the past served a purpose for us to grow, to be the person we are now, so that we can continue to have good things in the future that are just as good as the past, if not greater. Okay. So you're working really hard on figuring out how you want to create yourself, the canvas of your life, and you're painting and you're constantly repainting and re-envisioning yourself, which is wonderful. But at the same time, you're taking advice so literal. You're trying to read all these self-help books to figure out this part about your life that isn't, you feel like isn't working, but the truth is it's coming to you because you're working so hard. Look at you climbing high for what it is that you're trying to aspire for, reaching for the best instead of settling for things that are within your reach. And you will get it. It will take time, but you will get it because you have the Sun card. And be a little bit more open to seeing the feedback from your friends and loved ones that they can see the progress you're making. They can see the greatness you've become and are becoming, and they can see the type of person you're becoming, and because of this person you're becoming, you're attracting a certain individual. You can't see it yet, but it's happening. This person you have had past life connections with, and perhaps there are things karmically that you have to resolve with them before it gets that way, or maybe you have to resolve within yourself, and you're being a little do to the best of your ability for things to happen a certain way, but you have to realize there's doing your part and then there's allowing things to fall into place and for other people to do their part too. Yeah. You're working really hard to fit into this image of this ideal relationship you have in your mind of how you and the other person will look like when you're together. And you're trying so hard, it's like OCDing, like you're trying to look like this person, that you have to realize that just focus on being you, not being you for this relationship, for this future relationship that you're yet to have, but be you for you. And then when the time is right, the rest will fill in the gaps. There's a difference, right? There's a difference between working on being the best you that you can be and working to be this idea of who you think you should be for this type of relationship you're aspiring for. And that, in that sense, is not organic, and it's forcing yourself to be someone you're not. Nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect. So it's not good to try to create an image in your head and try to think of how a relationship should be. And then a relationship is something that happens to a person, and it's, of course, it's to an extent to a healthy, but the other person's not a robot. They have their own perspective and conscience too, and their own 2 cents on adding to the relationship. And sometimes they might even introduce new ideas and concepts and approaches to the relationship you may have never considered. And you have to allow space for that. Okay, so the message for you is Archangel Raphael. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. I will read that for you. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing and knowledge. His name means God has healed. Call upon Raphael to bring mental, emotional, and physical healing to the areas of your life that you are struggling with. Perhaps there is a health issue you have been ignoring and you need to seek professional help. Don't ignore your body's signs that there are imbalances. Raphael supports all of life on this planet. This card could also be asking you to help others find their own path of healing by working with the angels. If you are a healer, bring the light and love of Raphael into the healing techniques you already use to strengthen them. Raphael can help you balance your chakras, boost your immune system, and teach your body to learn to heal itself. Always remember to heal yourself before embarking on a journey to heal others. Wow. Yeah, it's about you working on yourself, right? But you're trying to work on yourself so you can be with this person immediately. So I feel like it's telling you to slow down and to think about, I feel for this overall context is to think about the motives of why you're doing this. Scorpios for the month of April and May. April and May. Scorpio. I feel really emotional for you guys, Scorpio. I feel like you guys literally just are about to be, or about to be on the verge of a breakthrough, or it's actually happening right now for you guys. I feel really like a sense of relief of a really big burden that got let go of, and you guys are so free and so happy right now. And you guys are on a journey of rediscovering yourself again and celebrating with those you love and with your friends and strengthening your connections as well as the connection with yourself. Look at that. That's amazing. Chemistry and worth waiting for. I'm curious of what that is. I'm gonna draw one more card. I knew it. I had a feeling. I'm like, deception card? Deception? Okay. Hold on, let me move this lower. When you're happy, there are going to be people who want your happiness, so they'll surround themselves with you. But you have to be able to differentiate someone who is able to be happy for you and someone who just happiness. There's a difference. And sometimes it's a little tricky and it takes time. So we'll talk about that in a bit. Okay? It's funny how the sword card is here, which talks about truth. So, okay, let me reflect on this. You guys just recently got out something really big. You decide to let go and move forward. And you're careful about repeating the same mistake. And you're connecting with yourselves again. Maybe potentially even going back on the dating scene and talking to new people. You have a few secret admirers and even potential suitors, so to speak, who are interested in getting to know you more. And you're out with your girls, having girls' day, shopping, and even connecting with yourself. You're on an all-time high. Like, you're on this steady climb of becoming a more stable, confident, secure, fulfilled, content best version of you. And because of that, that blends into... Oh my god, Friends is playing. And this is perfect. This is totally your theme. Like, you see the I'll be there for you kind of thing. That's what's going on in your life. But you got to be careful because not everyone's going to be honest with you and want the same for you. Sometimes people, they don't even realize it within themselves. They could be dealing with a lot of burden and they're attracted to your positivity and they want that. And sometimes they might think it could be convincing themselves that they want it in the form of a romantic relationship with you or a friendship with you. But you have to be careful about the connections you make. It's good to allow to be friends with everyone and to date people, but not to just be so open, not so fast, you know. That's why I said worth waiting for, to take your time, because... And I'm not saying that these people are trying to deceive you, because most times people are deceiving even themselves. And they're not going into things for the right reasons, and you have to be careful of that to protect your energy. That's what it is. It's about protecting your energy this next 2 months, Scorpios, okay? Because you got a good thing going on. Don't let someone dampen it, okay? Or even a few individuals dampen it. When you become really high in your life and you're doing well in your life, you will attract both positive and negative aspects and things of people. Like you just become overall more attractive, and that could also mean attracting negativity. You'll attract, period. And you gotta be able to take time to filter out through what it is you allow to continue staying in your life, in your energetic field, your energetic bubble, what have you, okay? So let's see what is the messages, advice for you, Scorpio. You got two cards again, Gratitude and Sun Goddess. So gratitude, I am grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. We will timestamp that. And for Sun Goddess, I celebrate each sun, rise, and recognize the healing energies of the sun. So I feel like this really ties in with the whole, you're full of gratitude already, and you're starting to shine, and you're becoming like the sun itself, and you have to model yourself after the sun. Like the sun doesn't stop shining for anyone. Even if there are clouds, it's still shining. It never stops shining, and that's what you have to do. And while you do that, you have to protect what allows you to continue shining as well. So I'm going to read out what that message is for you, okay? Since the beginning of time, the sun has shone its vibrant, life-giving energy onto the earth. This energy has been stored in the natural world in many forms, but we have exploited these stores. We need to use these resources sparingly and in a sustainable manner. See, even people will try to exploit you of your energy when they see that you have it, they want more of it. And you need to literally find a way where you can share your light and share your energy in a way that is sustainable. Acknowledge the vital part the sun plays in the universe. Greet the sun with gratitude each morning and give thanks to its warmth and energy. The sun controls the seasons. Learn to sense the different stages and how they affect your life and your own energy. The sun's energy is healing and can help lift your mood. Simply by sitting in a sunny spot and imagining the warmth and light of the sun flowing through your body can bring relief from pain and can make you feel happier. By eating fresh organic foods, you enrich your diet with the healing energies of the sun. If you spend most of your day indoors, start putting aside time daily to sit or walk in the sunlight. You must also understand that the powerful rays of the sun can be harmful if not respected. If you spend too much time in the sun, this could be a warning to you to take the necessary precautions in protecting your skin from the harsher rays of the sun. The sun's energies are changing and expanding. Be aware of how this affects all aspects of yourself. Okay? I think that message itself is pretty straightforward. So that is my readings for you guys, Scorpio. Messages for Sagittarius for the month of April and May. See if I feel like playing League. We'll see if there's time for it. I do need to feed my bunny. Okay, back to Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius for the month of April and May. So far the message I'm getting for Sagittarius is focus. You need to focus. Yep, focus. Choose a direction and go. You have too many options in your head, you don't know what to do, and you're getting overwhelmed by it. You're hearing too many people's advice and you don't know what to take. You're having lack of sense of direction. Listen to your own gut feelings on what that has to say. You know yourself best and you're afraid to hear it out. Okay. Sagittarius, love. Messages for Sagittarius for April and May. That one wanted to fly, but it didn't. Free yourself. Heart-to-heart conversations. Alright. I think the messages for Sagittarius is about yourself. I think it's about you. Going back to the heart and being honest with who you are. And filtering out all the other voices of other people's opinions and what they think is best for you. And you need to not be afraid to make your own choice. And not be afraid to go off into the dark to discover whether or not that is the direction you want in life. And if it isn't, you can always find a new path, right? You don't know unless you go and discover for yourself. No one else can discover for you. Maybe you're very restricted to tradition because it's something that your whole family and ancestors have practiced for generations, and you don't want to break it, but you feel like it's not going with what you believe, and you're afraid. You feel like responsible for carrying on that torch and passing on that belief, but you don't want to. You feel like this inside that's not your light to light. It's not your light to carry. And that's fine because you have your own dreams and your own aspirations, and you could be the catalyst of the person that starts something new in your generation. So don't be afraid about that. So messages about, I don't even feel like this is really about relationship. Maybe if it's with a spouse or whatever, like your wife or husband, you need to have a heart-to-heart talk with them about how you really feel so they know where you're coming from, the truth of what's in your heart. If you're not with anybody, this is about you having a heart-to-heart talk with yourself. And you need to be honest with yourself. And any sort of physical limitations you have. Look at this unicorn. His neck is belted to a tree. And then it's in this fence. Like, you're not really that trapped. You can remove the belt off your neck and you can jump over this fence. These are all symbolical of the personal restrictions you've set upon yourself, your own limiting beliefs, and what you think of how things should or should not be based off of your idea of what others are expecting of you. But you need to drown out their voices, and it's time to hear your voice and what you really feel and think inside. So all this whole opinions of facts that are thrown at you and it's blurring up your vision, you need to blow it out. You blow it out. Clear it all the way and focus on what it is that you want at the end of the day. What is it that will make you happy? Month of April and May. What are the messages? I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. You are enough, Sagittarius. That's what you need to know. You are enough. It's not what of you or need of you. It's what you want and need of yourself. Okay? So let's look at this. The root chakra is food, warmth, and shelter. Its name is Muladhara and means root support. The color associated with it is red, and it is situated at the base of the spine. This card has appeared to remind you that your lack of self-esteem comes from measuring your life against others. Oh my god, is it a coinkydink or what? Okay. Your basic needs will be attended to only if you follow your own truth. I feel like a wise ass right now. But I literally said that. Okay. By doing this, you will gain confidence and find that you're able to manifest all that you need. It is important to ground yourself to the earth to balance the chakra. Balancing your root chakra will allow you to be the master of your own life and will assist you in finding limitless energy in achieving your goals. However, it may be necessary to take an objective look at aspects of your life that prevent you from doing this. Your physical and psychological roots have shaped who you are today. There may be a childhood experience which prevents you from finding meaning to life. Seek professional help to move past childhood blockages. If you experience lack as a child, this memory may prevent you from accepting abundance as an adult. Meditating, working with red crystals, or practicing yoga can also assist you in balancing this chakra. Alright, let's move forward to Capricorn. I hope that really helped you, Sagittarius. For April and May, what are the messages that Capricorn needs to know to achieve the best version of themselves? Capricorn, April, and May. A marriage proposal that has yet to have happened and you're wondering really bad whether or not it will take place. But it's saying that you need to calm down and things will probably fall into place as it should be according to nature. Messages for Capricorn, love messages for Capricorn for April and May. Chemistry. True love. Trust. Okay. Let me reflect on these cards now. You're deciding whether or not you would ever be open to the idea of marriage again. Perhaps you had a marriage that didn't work out and you potentially met someone that sparked the idea in your mind again and you don't know how you feel about it. You know that marriage takes two to tango and it requires both parties to pour themselves into the relationship just as much for it to grow. And you want so much to know whether or not this relationship that you're in is going to be something worth investing in. But Spirit is saying that you, at this time, you're not meant to know this. You have to work out some other things. And perhaps, I feel like Spirit's saying that this is not really your true priority right now to try to come to a conclusion to save yourself time and the hurt. Everyone wants that, right? But if you do that, you just want to cut to the chase of knowing whether or not this person is the right person for you. You're robbing and stealing yourself of potential wisdom and future growth from this circumstance. And let's just say for whatever reason you decide to cut the connection anyway because you're like, okay, fine, if I don't know, then I'd rather not risk the pain, period. You will meet another person again in the future, which will cause you to think about these things all over again, and then you're going to be thinking again, oh, is it worth having marriage? Then this thing is going to pop up again because you're trying to avoid the lesson. What you should be doing is being in the present and just being and living. You're too stuck on the past and too stuck in the future. You're not in the present. You're too defensive and you're trying to take action so bad. Because you want to jump, you just want to jump straight to a happy ending. And that's not how life works, and that's not how personal growth works. And it talks about chemistry. You do feel chemistry with this person, and you do feel this potential true love. Regardless if it's with this person or not, true love is available for you in your life, in your lifetime. there is someone out there who is willing to foster true love with you, even if this person does not end up being the person that is able to do that with you. It doesn't mean that they're not capable of love. It could just mean that they're just in this stage of life where they are able to provide that level of love to you. And you have to trust that. You have to trust that for it to work out. You have to trust in the possibilities and give it the best chance it has to grow into something. Okay? So do not try to cut to the ending and jump to a happy ending. And if it's not a happy ending, that you will not watch the video or the movie of your life, because you're robbing yourself of personal growth. That is the message for you. Okay, so let's see what other advice Spirit has for you on this matter. The present. Oh my god. I literally was just saying that you're too much in the past, and in the future you need to be in the present. The present. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. This kind of stuff made me laugh. It's like, this card is telling you that it is time to release the past and trust that the future will be as it should be. Align yourself to the now. Become fully present in everything you do. Don't worry about what has been or what might be. By experiencing the moment, being in the now, your energy is aligned to and focused on. This allows you to give 100% to whatever it is you're doing and help align yourself with the laws of attraction. By doing this, you will be able to achieve more success. If you are not in the present, you will easily lose focus and concentration. By living in the present, you will experience every gift, every opportunity, every miracle of each day, and gain a greater appreciation for life. Most of your worries stem from the past or the future. Living in the present releases you from fear and worry and allows you to I'm going to read that sentence again. Living in the present releases you from fear and worry and allows you to begin to experience a life filled with greater abundance, joy, and contentment. Alright? That's pretty straightforward and good. I hope that really... We're going to move on to the next sign. Messages for Aquarius that they need to hear that would help them succeed in their life and do the best they can possibly do for the month of April and May. What are the messages for Aquarius? May. Some of you guys are housewives or stay-at-home fathers. Something about having an online business and worrying about having enough items in stock. And something about not biting off more than you can chew. Okay. Alright, for Aquarius, for month of April and May. April and May. Aquarius. What's the love messages? wedding. Forgiving and learning. Yeah, I was gonna say stay-at-home moms or fathers. You guys arranging things. I think you guys are trying to arrange for a wedding. Maybe that's where the stress is. You guys been living together for a while. Okay. I keep using this card. I'm gonna put it back in. I'm getting sick of it. I want another one. I know it's a message, but I would like to have the message conveyed with another card, please. Thank you very much. Ugh, okay. Trust. You guys have a lot of things going on for planning for this wedding. You guys are getting stressed out. And it's causing you guys to fight. Oh, like this. No, it's like this is better. No, like this is better. No, like that. Like, you guys have to realize the reason why you guys even are wanting to get married in the first place is because you guys want to be together. So, being together happens even already before marriage even takes place. You guys are already together. So everything you're doing at this point is to continue to be of being together, if that makes sense. And fighting about how you want to be together, it doesn't make sense. It's almost like an oxymoron, if that makes, you know what I'm saying? You need to take things one step at a time and really reflect on your motives for this and your intentions. Like, realize where you're coming from and humble yourself. Don't forget your why. Don't forget your reason. Don't forget your purpose for why you started all of this. Don't get caught up in the wind of it. So forgiving and learning comes into play with that. When you realize and you reflect on why you guys even built this together in the first place, you will end up forgiving and learning about each other. You need to know and trust that everything will work out, because in the end, even if you don't get the dream wedding that you're aspiring for, you're still with each other. You still will be married. You still will have one another at the end of the day. So you have to trust that literally this is like honestly the icing on the cake. Like, you already have it made, Aquarius. No need to worry. Chill, just chill and enjoy. Okay. Is there any other messages for Aquarius? Let's see. There are some of you who are trying really hard to try to force a relationship to turn into something that would be lifelong and turning into a wedding. But you can't do that too. You have to just trust and let things flow. And if it's meant to ascend to another level, such as getting married, then it will happen. But until then, you can't forget the reason on why you even got into this relationship with in the first place. Is to enjoy being with them. Being married is just continuing to be with each other for longer. And you can't force that. You just gotta flow with it, And then by then you can tell whether or not they're really someone who's right for you. It's like not willing to see the full picture of who the other person really is, and whether or not you guys are truly compatible before deciding on something as big as marriage, Okay. So what are the advice for Aquarius from Spirit for month of April and May? Again, okay. At day's end, rest. I'm just gonna time stamp that. What are the other messages? Spirit, at least be a little bit more creative with the cards that you're pulling out. I mean, I appreciate the advice you're giving, but okay, I'm gonna stop complaining. Basically, Spirit really is trying to tell you guys this month not to burn yourselves out. So the message for you guys, Aquarius, is sacral chakra. I feel comfortable in my own body, and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. So I think that ties in with whole being sensitive to other people's feelings about whether or not they want the same thing as you, or whether or not they're the right person for you, and being sensitive to other people's feelings, as in you guys are both working towards the same goal, so there's no need to argue and fight about things being a certain way. Like, you guys could work it out, not to get caught up in that. And number 10, I'll read it for you. The sacral chakra is linked to water, sexuality, and emotions. Its name is Svadhisthana and means sweetness. The color associated with it is orange, and it is situated between the navel and genitals. This card is asking you to let go of any manipulative or aggressive behaviors that bring conflict in your life. You need to learn to be intuitive and understanding in your relationships with others and yourself. If you are shy and untrusting, this card could be an indication that you need to seek out the reasons for your distrust of others. By acknowledging and releasing a past experience that brings out this emotion in you, you will be able to begin to trust once again. This chakra is very much about being attuned to and trusting your own feelings. But you must learn to distinguish between true feelings and the ego. If you are very sensitive, find a creative outlet such as painting or writing that will help you to release and understand your feelings by allowing you to view them from a more objective perspective. Okay. So Aquarius, I hope that was good insight for you guys. No, I'm not ready yet. The shuffle. Alright, Pisces. What are the messages for Pisces for April and May? That would be for the highest being and help them succeed in life in all areas of life. What are the messages, spirit guides, for Pisces for April and May? Commitment, marriage, love, seduction, after heartache and pain. April and May, Pisces. Stubbornness. I sense stubbornness. Ooh, Tower card came out. Okay. Creativity. Meditation. Anger. Rage. Okay. Pisces. April and May. Whew. Also, not free to know just quite yet. Just be for now. Something about forgiveness and loving again. And whether or not you are able to. And I think you're trying to force yourself before you're ready. And because of that, you're like literally cracking at the seams. Like your tarot card, like you're not ready. You're trying to force yourself to be ready because maybe in your mind you think, I should be over this by now, but you're not, you know? Or I should be ready for commitment with somebody else and over whatever happened in the past. You're not. That's fine. Wait, wrong cards. attention to the red flags. And soulmate. Any more clarification? Attraction. Okay, seriously? I had enough with that card. Another card, please. Love message for Pisces. Okay, codependency. Keep an open mind. Okay, let's move these over. I feel like this person you could be trying to get over could have very well been your soulmate. But there was codependency and a lot of red flags in the relationship, which is why it couldn't work out. But that's not to say that it can't work out in the future, is what I'm saying. Because it does say keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So people could change in time. Things could change. Let me reflect some more. I feel like you also have been trying to replace them with somebody new who kind of reminds you of them, but like a better version of them. Like to one-up them. One-up the person you were with in the past to like maybe prove to yourself that you can find better than what you have now. I mean, what you had then. Does that make sense? But that's just to satisfy your ego. And right here, the cat's like, no. Like, that's not how it works. It's not going to work that way. So you try to pick that book up and the cat's like, nope. Puts paw down. Like, you're not ready for that. You're not ready for... You think you're ready for commitment with the person you are now because you're like, oh, they're this person and even better than the person. Not the point. The point is not that they're better than the person that you used to be with. You should want to be with that person because of who they are and because you're going about it for the wrong reasons. Spirit guide is stopping you from that. You're not going with the right intentions. And because of that, it's backfiring on you. You get the Tower card. I even feel like the other person can feel that too. Like that you may not be with them for the right reasons. And that's almost like you kind of see them as like a trophy girlfriend, trophy wife. Instead of seeing them for who they are, if that makes sense. You need to channel this frustration and endeavor. You need to channel in a healthy way instead of you trying to make like a relationship happen, a commitment happen. If it's not ready for that, just let it be. If you're trying to create something sustaining, you should pour into yourself. Hence meditation. Develop yourself, heal yourself. Understand where this anger is coming from and this frustration and injustice. Why are you feeling all these feelings? And once again, you're trying to figure out so hard, like, why is it not working? Why is this person like not wanting to like go with me, and why am I still hung up on this? This is not something for you to figure out on your own and not to just like have a walkthrough, like a cheat code to just surpass it and brush it over. It's something you need to, a hurdle you need to climb up over slowly and get over it slowly yourself and to discover a lot of personal truths along the way. So yeah, that leads to you reflecting and thinking more about what your true personal desires are and your wishes in life are. Whether or not you're coming from a place of ego, and if you made your decisions based off ego, and maybe you possibly regret some of your choices of how you handled things in the past, and now you're trying to like gain vengeance for whatever reason to find a better person than the person you were with, so you could just feel like you could feel better about yourself. But life is holding steadfast and it's not budging. I'm gonna find some more clarification cards for that. You need to work on yourself. You need to be true with yourself. You're like planting carrots and wondering why tomatoes are sprouting up. Did you really look closely at the label of the seeds that you've planted before you've gone and done it? Or are you just wanting anything and everything to just grow in its place? Things will fall into place in due time. You can't force it, especially with connections with other people. Too many cards, Spirit. Give me one card. Wow. Hold on. Too many cards. Oh my god. So I almost dropped this. Okay. Whatever it is that you wish you can get, you can manifest to you. And even for yourself, your own limitations and your own ego getting in the way, if you really want it, you can move mountains to find it. The answer is beneath you. You just have to do it and act on it. You have everything you need to resolve this, and you have everything you need to face it. Alright. Monthly advice for April and May for Pisces. Oh, 2 cards. Throat chakra. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. Maybe there's a message you need to convey to somebody. You need to have a talk with them. Sacred space. I find peace, security, and contentment when surrounded by nature's beauty. I feel like this truth could be towards the person you're with. You have to be honest with yourself why you're trying to rush things with this person. And maybe you need to be honest with yourself. Maybe you need to figure things out. And maybe you need to talk with said person and who you felt was your soulmate and resolve things with them. Like you're trying to run away and it's not working, you know? Okay. The throat chakra is linked to sound, communication, and self-expression. Its name is Vishuddha and means purification. The color associated with it is blue and it is situated at the center base of the neck. This card is a reminder to engage your heart and mind before speaking. Your words have great power over your own life as well as the lives of others. If you can't think to or about people or situations, it is sometimes best to say nothing at all. Once a hurtful word is said, it cannot be taken back. Before speaking, ask yourself whether you are about to say what you're about to say will benefit all concerned. Speaking your own truth, standing up for your rights and beliefs is also an aspect of a balanced throat chakra. But always do this in a way that acknowledges the beliefs and truth of others. A balanced throat chakra also opens you to your own inner creativity and will help you live in the now. Okay, so number 7. Sacred space. This card is a reminder to strengthen your connection to nature by finding or creating a safe, sacred space for yourself in your garden or in your home, where you can surround yourself with the sounds, images, and objects of Mother Earth. The sacred feminine's connection to Earth is an important connection that will awaken your intuitive side to the lessons of nature. It will also allow you to become aware of and to understand the loving support that is available to you from Mother Earth and the elementals. Whether you use your sacred space for meditation, inspiration, ritual, prayer, or simply to de-stress, sitting calmly in this space will your soothing, healing energies. Use this space to learn to love and appreciate every aspect of nature, her plants, animals, mountains, crystals, rivers, and seasons. Once you have created this space and feel comfortable and secure within it, you can hand over any question or concern you may have about your life to the animal spirits or elementals, angels, or guides, asking them for help and guidance. the more time you spend in this space in quiet contemplation, the more calm and content your life will become. So it has a lot to do with tapping in with yourself and finding your truth. And if you need guidance, to reach out to your spirit guide so they can best give you advice, okay? Alright, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed the reading for your signs for April and May. I enjoyed reading them and practicing and flexing my spiritual muscles. I look forward to doing that more from here on out. And we will continue with more gaming streams. And now that I have this tarot reading option available, which I didn't think of before, shout out to Jade. Thank you so much for that suggestion. That you guys, at any time I'm streaming, are more than welcome to donate $2 and ask one question, or $3 to ask 2 questions, or $5 to ask 3 questions that are personal for you, and I can do a reading right on the spot for you, okay? Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'm going to end it shortly so you guys can go see the VOD for the signs that you have missed. And until Sunday, I'll see y'all then. And if there is any of you guys that have not already followed, you can follow and become a magical BBQ grill, make magical burgers, and be part of our family. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful night. Bye for now.